rotation, if I'm bringing the leg across the midline of the body, I wasn't focusing on it because I don't have a way to strap it down to maintain this angle, but you would hyper-adduct and internally rotate. When you hyper-adduct and internally rotate, and then I bring your knee this way, it pushes the pelvis this way, so it helps you from rolling. Again, it makes us more specific on the muscles we use.
I'm back with my
Okay? It's going to stabilize your back. But the best stabilization I can do now is by reaching across and hitting your pelvis.
I don't know.
Okay? So, piriformis is a rotator. So I'm going to adduct, you're going to sit on the table for this one. And what we do is we take the slack out of piriformis by bringing the leg across the midline of the body. Now it's stretched. I want to maintain this angle of your knee because the actual stretch is on the rotation. So if my arm is your leg, I just want you to externally rotate your femur without pushing me away. Okay, so go turn. This is going to be a very direct stretch right in the head of the femur. And even though we're doing actually the movement of the piriformis, the reason why it's stretching is because we're taking it beyond its normal range of motion. It's actually wrapping around the head of the femur, and so we're taking it beyond, so then it starts to stretch beyond its natural range. And Aerobatus found this was the most effective way to open up piriformis. Turning it. Remember, I've got to set that signal externally rotate. I want to see my arm here for all that. I want this movement in the rib. Just externally rotate. Okay? And again, remember, you're going to send a signal for the internal rotators to let go. Yeah, so you go ahead and pick one up. Last one. Okay, the next one we want to do is that we look at the anatomy and we want to line up bones, right? So when we come across here, it was glute max, but the linear fibers. Externally rotate, I change the origin from the stretch into here, so now we're getting the oblique fibers. Piriformis goes across the gluteal area about 12 degrees. That's the lower rib on the opposite side. So I'm going to ask you to bring your knee toward me again. Like the right hand side, basically where my arm is going to be right on piriformis now. We're still getting glute max, but we've changed the angle to line up origin and insertion of piriformis at the same time. Again, across. You'll feel that pull right at the same. Again. Well, I think part of your issue is that you need to strengthen these muscles. Because if this pops, chances are that the muscles supporting the sacrum are not strong enough. Because of the little bit of scoliosis you have and the other conditions that you have, it all travels down your body. So if you strengthen your hips and get them open, you're going to do away with a lot of that pain. Again, pull toward me. And again, we're only holding those stretches for 2 seconds. Again, you move, and when you stop, that's when I apply pressure. So we take 2 or 3 degrees at a time. We're not asking the body to give it up. You know, people press too hard, hold stretches for too long, and make the muscle ischemic. Whenever you stretch, you like that track, and push the blood out of it. So it needs to come back to neutral. Now the blood and oxygen comes in. Now come across. Each time we get 2 or 3 more degrees. Last one. Again. That one again. Let's try the same thing this side. So you're going to add up that leg right. I'll sit here. So you can this side's a little tighter. I can feel it already. So turn out for me here. This is a very direct stretch, so the amount of pressure has to be pretty gentle because of the leverage. You have a lot of leverage for this. Again, turn forward. Sometimes hard to find the muscles, like how often do you do this? Never. And the muscles that we never strengthen. We go to the gym, we strengthen all the primary muscles. Don't think about the ones that are deep to us because we don't have machines that do this function. Again. Do 2 more. Turn out. And again. Well, you got to. No, well, I mean, paraformics, they all need to be strengthened, right? And so the opposite of the stretch is the strengthening of motion. For most muscles, right? The active isolated stretching has different components to it. Aaron teaches a 4-day class. He also has an advanced class now. But in this 4-day class, you'll have 3 days of stretching and usually 1 day of strength work or some sort of combination of that. Because we can be the best stretching in the world, but if we don't strengthen the structure to hold itself back in its correct position, it falls right back into its habits. So, so the strengthening component is very important. So many massage therapists are now becoming personal trainers. Some of them already are. Yeah. Well, I mean, and it's going to help your business. I mean, if you want to do structural body work, you've got to hold the body in its place. So you need both to really make it right. Okay. So the next one we're going to do